Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good morning, crypto friends. How we doing out there? Today is Monday, the 17th. We are live. Looking here at Bitcoin BTC USD down 1.60%. Looking at support to hold there at the 42,727.72 and countering resistance on the climb back through at the 46,727. We're starting to get into this evaluation zone on this bounce play here, so we'll be keeping a tight watch on that. We'll get that stop loss on up there just underneath this previous low. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum coming off the support, found way down there at the 3212, I should say, 0.64. And climbing up back through, we got to get above that 100-day moving average, looking at 3599.25. And moving on to Binance Coin, BNB USD. Getting all these stop losses out of the way. So a lot of good opportunity out there. And let's see here. We have support 500.314 and resistance up there to 566.085. Moving on to ADA, ADA USD. ADA got up there and made itself a new all-time high, so let's reset that to 251. We are. And trying to get back through resistance up at the $2, whatever number that is. Oh, here we go. $2.31 and support down to $2.02. So look at right at lots of support down there, that $2 range. Let's move on to PolkaDot, DOT USD. Found its support at the 37.011 and resistance is going to remain. Let's see if I can grab that thing right over there. We go. Lots of resistance right there at the 41.96. We are above the 100-day moving average, so let's look for that to lift us up into the shorter term moving averages. Moving on to Doge. Doge been bouncing around sideways right in this 50-cent range, so we're still looking at support to hold at the 0.4639 and resistance at the 0.5181. Let's look at Litecoin, LTC, USD. And we have support at the 282.36 and resistance down here on this double top at the 298.20. For Litecoin, let's look at LINK, USD. Chainlink. Following a little bit further some of the other names here, so we're right at this, testing this resistance as we speak. So you got support down at the 36.09 and resistance at the 40.924. Moving on to XLM USD. Nice bounce off that 100-day moving average and trying to get its way through. So we're looking at support of 0.624 and resistance 0.718. For Stellar, let's move on to Vechain, VET USD. Charting Vechain, we have support down at the 0.1567 and resistance coming back through the 0.176. Moving on to FIL USD. Lots of support down here to sit back on the 99.379, so roughly that $100 psychological, trying to maintain that. And going to see resistance coming up through the 109.20. We'll move on to Storj, STORJ, USD. Looking at the 1.429 for support and resistance right there at the 1.604. Looking now at IOTA, Internet of Things. We have support at the 1.889 and resistance up at the 1.97. Excuse me. Moving on to comp, COMP USD. Finding support at the 619.99. Let's say 620 psychological. And coming back through resistance up to 721.93. Moving now into basic attention coin, BAT USD. We have support at the 1.03 and resistance is going to be right there at the 1.14. Ethereum Classic, ETC USD. Holding support at the 82.578 and resistance is going to be 94.803. Trying to get above that 100-day moving averages. All these averages are about to converge. So let's move on to MANA, MANA UDC. Get the stop out of the way. There we go. I'm going to drag this down. Support at the 1.04 and resistance coming in at the 1.183. Moving on to ZIL, ZIL USD. A lot of these charts look similar if you're noticing. We have support down at the 0.166 and resistance at the 0.1843. And moving on to NU USD. Support at the 0.3641 and resistance up at the 0.4005. Moving on to NMR USD. So there's a, that was a big candle right there. Gave it all back really quick. So we have support at the 70.323 and resistance up at the 0.87. 87.441, I should say. So lots of selling, as you can see, as it did find this little bounce right there, right on that 50 fib Fibonacci there. Moving on to GRT USD. Graph token. Got support at the 1.2393 and resistance coming into the 1.303. So very tight range at the moment for GRT, the graph token. Looking at Uniswap UNI USD. Let's get down there where it belongs. There we go. 32.692 and resistance is going to be up at the 36.675. Aave USD. Nice little bounce off that 100-day. Lots of support as the technical traders are jumping all over this one, as you can see. So we're going to look at resistance coming back through. Got some room left. We can get above that right there. So we're looking at 611.04 resistance and 477.011 support. Moving on to MKR USD. So we have support down at the 4316.48 and resistance climb back through the next level up there at the 4803.84. Audio double-digit gains here. Let's have a look here. Audio trying to get above that 100-day moving average off this bounce play. Some folks bought the dip on audio, that's for sure. So we've got support to lean back on at the 2.213 And you're going to see resistance climbing back up through. Right there's one. Missed that one. At a 2.329. Moving on to CHZ USD. We have support at the 0.3890 and you're going to have resistance climbing back through the 0.436. Looking at Theta up, was up 10%, so 9.47. I was charting this morning, so we're looking at 9.90 support, and there's a resistance level up there at that pivot high, the 10.49. ENJ. Let's see here. ENJ, we have support at the 1.750 and resistance climbing back through at the 1.97. Rounding up here with Harmony 1 ONE USD. Was not as big a victim as the sell-off as some of the other names, so we do have support. We're about to get this 26 cross over the 100-day, so watch out for that. That could give us more upside potential. Looking at support at the 0.1447 and resistance up at the 0.1663. Let's wrap it up with Bitcoin dominance. We're back up to 40%, so 40.94%, or up a quarter of a percentage point. And lost a big shitload of crypto. So we're down to 2,089,000,000,000. So what were we up to? Like, 2,480,000,000,000. So we're down about 400 billion, looks like. Lots of moolah. Anyway, folks, appreciate it for stopping by. Like, subscribe, do all those kind of things. Leave a comment in the comment section if you're not pimping out your own scam like some people like to do in the comment section. So have a great day, everybody. We'll speak to you soon.